So here we are at Dundas Eat and Drink, and I'm going to be doing my first stand-up comedy set. I am so nervous, but definitely we are making it uncomfortable.
Make some noise!
So we're here with Hector, who's going to be my coach for our first ever stand-up comedy thing. Please tell us everything about you, Hector.
No, absolutely. Hey, we're gonna nail this down, mate. I am Hector. I am a comedian based in Toronto. I've been doing comedy for over 10 years, and my job here is to make everybody like you. Which, by the way, you should check out our show, The Comedy 10. Please follow us on Instagram at The Comedy 10. What the heck is up on Instagram or my YouTube channel? Just Hector Rivas. I'm kidding. I don't have a YouTube channel.
So what does it take to be a comedian?
Well, hey, what it takes to be a comic, I think I would say that's a powerful question, mate. I think what it takes to be a comic is just I think the ability to try what you're writing, because you can write all the time. You can write when you are all by yourself, but just trying your stuff out and really making that a habit. That's all what it takes to be a comic.
So it's a lonely hobby.
Absolutely, yes. If you are an introvert, this is the job for you. And yeah.
So why did you decide to be a comic?
When I was in school, there was this. This is back home, Venezuela, you know. But no, there was this comedian who was really famous for just saying bad words. He was just cursing for like 2 hours, and the first time I listened to that guy when I was like 8 years old, I was like, yes, I want to do that for a living. So that's why I decided to become a stand-up comedian. Yeah, if you really like someone who curses a lot and is not well spoken, hey, this is the job for you. And yeah.
Okay. What makes jokes funny?
Perhaps all the crap that you read on books, like crap you read on books, you know, like attitudes, and I think it's just your own point of view. So what I would say is, yes, exactly that, like just follow your own point of view, and as long as you keep it personal, everything is gonna be fine. There is this comedian, I believe it was, is it Chris Rock? I might be mistaken here, but one of the things I heard that has helped, you know, to like write material is if people on the way back home after seeing you performing, they remember, oh, I like the May, the little girl who does TikTok, right? And if they remember that because you at some point you talk about that on your set, and they remember that, that's the point, that if someone can remember you. In my case, like, oh, I like the Venezuelan guy who was talking about having working at a call center. So if people remember that, that's all what you want at the end of the night. So I would say that, yeah.
So tying into that, how do you write jokes? Like, where do you pull all the information from? How do you get inspired to write the jokes?
I guess it's my own life. And like dedication in the sense of like, hey, if you're a comedian, you put the hours, you write every day. But it really is, it's kind of like a laboratory. It's like you go out there into the world and you are just with a pen and paper and you are just finding things that are funny. I guess it's more like a sociological, hey, I said that properly. It's like, hey, yeah, you are more like a sociologist in the sense like you are observing society, observing what everybody does every single time, and kind of like really writing down the things, in my case, the things that I perceive are absurd, or essentially the things that makes me angry. You know, there is all there's an old idiom in for stand-up comedy, which is, hey, if you had a bad day, it means that it's a good day for a comedian, and it's so true. Like usually, I write my best material when I'm on the phone waiting for 1 hour on the line. But yes, when I'm on the phone because they don't provide a great customer service and I want to change my internet to TELUS, yes, and they made me wait for 1 hour on the line before talking to a human being. That's when I get my best materials.
Finding that kind of identity within your own character, I guess. How do you go about that? How do you find that person? How do you find that kind of character or persona or personality to be able to present to a whole audience consistently?
Yeah. So I guess we're talking about your own voice, right?
I guess.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Okay. Great. So yeah. So finding your voice is it's that's where the real so there are comedians that just try it for the first time and then you just say it. But if you really want to find your voice, it's the hardcore work. Like it's essentially hours of life. So you go out there every night and you try new jokes and you try it and you try and you try, and then one day it's like a psychotherapy session where you are like, oh, now I understand why I'm scared of talking to beautiful women. Like, oh, I get it. I'm insecure. But so finding so everything is gonna click. It's gonna click on one night, and it's about trusting the process and just really going out there to try to find your own voice. There is this thing about like the 10,000 hours, right? Like if you put the 10,000 hours, you go on stage and you tell your material once again and again and again, you're essentially finding your own voice slowly. So yeah, it could take, people say comedians say that it takes about like 10 years to find your own voice. So after 10 years, you really have an idea about like, oh, now I understand the kind of persona that I am, and you are pivoting all your material in a way where you're finding your own voice. So maybe 10 years. So that's what they said. So I guess the job is to reduce those 10 years in like the shorter you reduce that, the better. I hope I'm making sense of this. But yeah, no, sorry, good.
No, it makes total sense. I'm just a little anxious about it because giving that idea and goal in mind, but I have the pressure of doing it all into one session since this is my very first time
Right.
ever doing stand-up comedy. Do you have any tips or tricks on how was your first time ever?
Yeah, well, my first time ever, people threw beers at me on stage because, yeah, it was really bad. But it's not your case because you are having a coach. And no, but no. Truly, my first time, I took like a stand-up comedy class. So I did it in a super safe environment. People were already there, willing to laugh. You are writing your material, so it's not like you're gonna go like me when people threw beers at me. I didn't have any material written. So no, you have written material. We already know it's funny. It's gonna have your own voice. So look, there is this thing called commitment to the bit. Have you gone to Vegas?
Yes.
Great. So when you are betting, you put all on the table, right? You
I
are
didn't
committed.
gamble.
You didn't gamble. Okay, great. Well, hey, let's go to the fart example. So when you look, if you're going to fart and make the whole room smell the fart and own it, right? It's not like, oh, I'm sorry, or you are like scared. Oh, no, like.
So I'm an actor, so I kind of understand in that kind of concept where when you're in character, you want to stay within that character. Even if the scene keeps on going on, you want to stay in character until they yell cut. Just because something might happen in there, something might be even better than they actually anticipated, and the whole point is that you have to commit to the bit. Okay, something that I've noticed the way you speak and the way I've heard your jokes in the past, timing is very important. How can you teach or learn timing? Because I find that timing, if you do it correctly, it amplifies the joke.
Absolutely. Well, there are two keys when you are starting. So when you are on the mic, first thing is, so if you see your crowd, right, punchline goes to the middle, and then your setup goes to the side. So if you're starting like, hey, you're looking at the crowd, you say your setup here, you say your setup here, but you start creating this behavior where all your punchline are gonna go to the middle. So that makes them, so you're building kind of like a timing there with them. So I try to use that, and if you see any of my videos, you're gonna see that all the punches, I always throw that to the middle. Other thing about timing is silence. So if you really know where you need to just like shut it and just keep it in silence. It's a key because that can amplify your jokes, right? The laughs that you're getting per minute. So for example, like if you know you have a really great joke and you said it and people are laughing and they are clapping, just stay in silence and wait until the last person laugh and then you move to the next joke. So silence is a good way to like jump from beat to another beat. But yeah, those are the two things about timing. So yeah, it's just silence and just make sure your punchline are thrown to the middle. You wax on and wax off is exactly, it's like setup, punchline, setup, punchline, setup, punchline. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so is that how typically jokes are made? There's always a setup and a punchline?
If you're telling a story, that's different. But even when you're telling a story, you already know what are the parts that have the jokes. And when you are saying that punchline, boom, just throw that to the middle. That doesn't mean like you're gonna be crazy, like, oh, just I need the punchline, I didn't say it to the middle. So no, it's just like, hey, just build a reference where your laughs goes to the middle, and then your setups, you're talking to the crowd on the side.
You are always going to be performing in front of a crowd. Did you ever have any anxiety or just worries about performing? Did you ever have any kind of performance anxieties or get scared about that? And how did you get over that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, no. If you're not scared, that's when I'm most scared about. Like when when you are all cocky, you're like, oh yes, another show, and then you just go, and something horrific happens. So which are the days that you learn the most, by the way. But when I'm really scared, I just go to the things that brings security into me. So the things that bring security is, okay, I already go with, what is my material? I go the order of the jokes that I'm going to say. And to beat insecurity, the best is to be prepared for the unknown. So how can I be prepared for the unknown? Well, simple. I go over my set maybe once or 3 times a day before the show. And even if something horrific happens on the show, someone shows up and starts throwing beers at me, I already know my set. So I already know, like, oh, if I need to play with the crowd, that's great, but I understand that I can come back to my set because I'm prepared for that specific scenario now. So yeah, just going over your set, I guess. Trust yourself. I'm gonna say this to you, I'm saying this to myself too, in the sense of we are our worst judges. Hey, say that right. So by this, killing it. So by this, it's like usually the way you judge yourself, we judge ourselves harder compared to other folks. So don't judge yourself harder. Just like, hey, look, I already went over my set this amount of times through the day. I wrote this joke. This is a new beat. I'm prepared to what is gonna happen tonight. So yeah, trust yourself.
So preparation is key when it comes to worrying about the performance jitter.
I couldn't say it better. That is exactly what I was trying to say. Yes.
So when it comes to building your set, is there a way or a standard that people start off a certain type of way and then have their old middle meat section of their set and then the end? Is there like a way of doing that? Is there a golden rule? Is there like something that a lot of people do or people shouldn't be doing?
Yeah. Hey, no, that's a great question. There are different school of thoughts on this. A school of thought. So the first school of thought is you will hear a lot of comments saying, "Hey, start with your best joke, right? Your second best joke goes at the very end. Sorry, your second best joke goes at the very beginning. Your best joke goes at the very end, and then in the middle you put your weakest one, right? So that's a one. I used to do that I did that for a long time, but there are other ones where, and it really depends on your material. There is one called the castle which is. No, sorry, I think it's the castle or the architect. Well, anyway, so imagine yourself that your set is a castle, right? So, or it's kind of like a house. So what do you see in the house? In the house you have the kitchen, and then in the kitchen you have a living room, and then you have several bedrooms. So what I'm trying to say with all this is like, okay, so if I get to walk with someone and show them where my set is, so what will be the living room in this set? What will be the two rooms? What is the worst room or the smallest room, which is your smallest jokes, right? So I know that right now it doesn't make any sense. It's called the castle because it's more like, hey, you imagine that you're in a castle and you're showing the castle to your crowd. So that's another school of thoughts of doing more in an architecture way. And another one is, the last one is about really, it's about coherence. So if you are talking about your kitchen, then you got something at the very end of your kitchen that is, oh, and then I started to fight with my wife, and then the kitchen takes you to your wife and relationships, and then your relationship maybe with your children, and then your children takes you to something else. So it's all about coherence. So it really depends on, that's more on you. What is your voice or your point of view, or what am I trying to communicate to the crowd? Am I trying to just be funny, or am I trying to make it a little bit more artistic, unique?
I just kind of have to explore whichever one suits my style or my types of jokes the best, and which one would be able to deliver it in the best way possible to make it look good.
Absolutely. So, for example, like, hey, I would just try to do your set, like, okay, I'm gonna try the strongest beat at the very beginning, weakest one, and then the second strongest at the end, and see how that goes with maybe some friends, and then, hey, let me try to reorder the material more, like, and showing you the house again. Or let me try by coherence and then see which one makes more sense. Yeah, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So during the performance, if anyone were to bomb, or when you have bombed in the past, if you ever have, how do you bounce back from that?
Well, it's easy. Like now I take it more like I'm Latino, so I got like fuego comes out of my body. So when I bump now, what I do want is reach out to the same producer that booked me for that show at that same place, and I try to tell them, hey, I try to find a spot like in a month. It's like, hey, give me another date, and I'm trying to be more prepared, and I'm trying to come back and kill at that room more than ever before, just because there is something within me that I need to like prove to them that or it's kind of like a challenge. This room that I bomb, I need to come back and do it again better. But the best thing to do when you're bombing, and bombing are the best nights, it's like record the set if it's recorded, and you have like 10 minutes of yourself in silence, just waiting, like the waitresses sounds, like when they're putting the foods on the
Tray?
yeah, thank you. Yes, on the tray. Yeah, this is more like charades now. Going over your set, like what didn't go well, what did go well, because you might find things that did go well. But yeah, no, those. Yeah, if you record your set and then just go over that and maybe sending that to like maybe a more pro comic who can like destroy you and make you more humble and have that humility, then that will make you a better comedian for sure.
Okay, so during the moments when you are performing, you're on stage and you do bomb, just to bounce back into, I guess, the continuation of your set, how do you recuperate yourself from that?
How do I bounce back, right, from Well, look, after I bomb, I treat myself in the sense of I'm gonna go get an ice cream. I'm gonna treat myself in the sense, okay, I already bombed, it's already horrible. I'm going to do something that I really like. I'm gonna try to stay away from a stand-up for at least good 2 or 3 hours. I have a fresh head in the morning to analyze and go over my set.
Like, how do you move on from bombing to the next joke?
Again, there are different school of thoughts. One is you could just be on silence. So look, you have the Theo Von theory, which is Theo Von, a comedian. If something bombs, you just keep moving on your own style to the next joke without like nothing happens. Because we might think that we bomb, but we don't really know that. You don't really know, like, maybe the crowd didn't listen to your jokes, right? So that's that. So just keep going. The other school of thoughts is, and this is what I like to do, is if something didn't land, because at some point you're gonna become a more experienced comedian, and it's like you can just leverage on that. It's like, wow, that didn't go well, or wow, that was worse than, and then you kind of like have a safe line there, and then they are laughing with you, and if you're really, what I really like is like keep digging into that hole that I bomb, and you could be like 10 minutes of just putting yourself on chair, and then the crowd really appreciate that. Oh, this is a real, truly, this is a real moment that is happening here, and you are giving in that, because at the end of the day, the whole point of a stand-up comedy is to be in present moment. And sometimes when you bomb, you're not on present moment, you're just thinking about something else, and you're like, oh my gosh, what is my next joke?
Any other last-minute tips and tricks for my journey?
Oh yes, have fun, because there is a lot of stress.
forget
But
about that.
yeah,
Yeah, have fun.
exactly.
Gotta
Have
write
a
that
lot
one
of
down.
fun. It's a fun journey.
Have fun and be present as I'm writing this down.
Yeah.
The irony. Well, then, thank you for all this advice. Thank you for giving me your story. I really appreciate it, and I'm super nervous and super excited. Thank you so much, Hector, for being here.
Oh no, thank you. We killed it. Yeah, it was awesome.
We killed it.
Okay, we got it. All right, your next comedian, I'm gonna tell you guys. So the past few months, I was producing a show called Mae-king It Uncomfortable, and my friend is for TELUS STORYHIVE, and what she actually does is she goes around doing things like singing and archery, things that scare her, that she's never done before. So tonight we have a special edition, okay? She's gonna come up here and do stand-up comedy for the very, very first time, okay? And if those who have never tried comedy, I wanna let you guys know the first time is always, always scary. So I want you guys and everyone around here, please give us your support and make some noise!
And why is she trying to make us laugh? I have not lived enough life, clearly. But I kind of want to just start it off with a really risky question. This is either going to give me a huge ego boost or it's going to crush my spirit. So I want to hear from the crowd, how old do I look?
37!
Not him.
16!
What's the shock for you? 16? Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take anyone else. Other guesses?
21.
21. Awesome. I like that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm actually pushing 30. So, yeah. And a lot of people are asking, what's my secret to looking so young? And honestly, I want to say that it's like some kind of surgical procedure. You can buy it. It's a retinol cream. But in all honesty, I use the same soap bar on my face and my body. So that's not it. It's just because I'm Asian. And I'm short. And honestly, I'm just mainly in denial. And I like to wear really baggy clothes. It makes me look like a child. And it kind of also makes me look unemployed, which I kind of am. But I like to schmancy it up and say I'm an actor. So, yeah. And you're getting really old when you start to say stuff like, that's the problem with blah, 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 blah. And honestly, the new generation, they have problems with what? Their attention span, their manners, their memes, and their entitlement. And now, honestly, I kind of resonate with it, so it kind of makes sense. And their slang. Their slang is so weird. Honestly, it's so whack. Have you ever heard of the word gat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone know what that means? Okay, well, don't answer that because I'm going to tell you. Hey Siri, what does gat mean? Let me show you. Gat is a slang term that is used to express strong excitement, surprise, or admiration. Gat is most commonly used as an exclamation reaction to seeing a large bud. And they used it as a noun to mean large bud. Did you see the model's bit in the video? Yeah, that's how you use the term. That's so stupid. It's so weird. And no one tells us about all these problems that we're going to be dealing with when we start to get older. Like when I was a kid, I used to go to the bus stop waiting for the bus, and I would literally just pass out and sleep on the bus bench and have the best sleep of my life. I'd be in full round, get my 9 hours and 15 minutes. It was amazing. Best sleep of my life. And now I spend like what, $1,000, got that, what is it called? The fabric guard on it? Yeah, the fabric guard on that. And then I have a 3-inch memory foam topper and then 6 different pillows depending on what my neck decides to feel like that night. And oh, I went to this one store. It's like a sleep store. I can't say the name because we don't have clearance on it, but it's a sleep store. And I bought one of these pillows because the dude was just so convincing that I should buy this. And it was like $200 for this pillow, and I still have neck problems. It's been like 6 months. And like no one tells us this is gonna happen when we're getting older. Anyways, it's ridiculous. I'm still really mad about this. I was just like honestly me being vulnerable. I was just really mad. And like the younger kids, they have the audacity to come up to us. Like my niece, she's a child. She comes up to me, tells me about her problems, and she's like, "Oh, my boyfriend Kyle, he's not giving me attention because I don't have a cat." I'm like, oh my God, stop, please, stop. Like I cry me a river because like come back to me when you actually have real problems. Like you have to apply for a mortgage and you get declined because your income is unstable because you're an actor. Okay? Other than that, please just go be yourself. I don't care. Anyways, that's what I said. I thought I was going to be okay, and then right as soon as he introduced me, I was so nervous, but I'm really glad it seemed like it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, no, you did super awesome. I think you were killing, people were laughing. Yeah, it was great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Yes, please follow me on Instagram or TikTok or and you can find we can't say so it's at what the heck is up, like what the heck, like Hector, what the heck is up. And I actually got a gift for you. This is kind of like what I sell after I perform. It's my material, and it has the name of my album, which is Permanent Resident. It's a magnet, yeah. So you can put it on your fridge and then never ever forget about me.
I will never forget about it. Thank you so much for this, and thank you for joining me in this whole journey. My first time ever doing stand-up here, and we definitely made it uncomfortable.
Yeah, 100% uncomfortable. Yes, absolutely.